first phase of this competition into the knockout stages, of course. Well, Aris securing victories at home so far this season in week 1 and week 3. And they're at home once again here against Avellino. Czesnimburg taking on Ostenda as well. That one getting underway shortly. Nanterre against Zielona Góra is later on today, and tomorrow the other two sides in this group will be involved as well. Final game will give us a bit of a clearer picture of how the group will look after 6 games, but at the moment it's Besiktas and Nanterre leading the way with 4-1 records so far. Avellino behind them with a 3-2 record, and then it is Aris with their 2 wins and 3 losses so far in this season's Basketball Champions League. Well, 10-time Greek League title winners, Aris. Hoping to make it 3 wins in this season's Basketball Champions League. This is the Sidigas Avellino side that they take on. Keep an eye out for Des Wells, a 25-year-old American, number 1. Martin Lernen as well, wearing number 10. And Ariel Filoy, who's a really important player for the Italian outfit. They are without Bruno Fittipaldo, who has been impressive in this tournament so far. He's out injured for a little while longer. So he is a notable absentee in what looks a rather small roster for the Italians this evening. And here is the Aris roster. Ioannis Athinaou, number 17, a 29-year-old Greek guard who's been pretty impressive, averaging 11.3 points per game so far. Panagiotis Vassipopoulos, the 33-year-old veteran, who's had another solid season in the Champions League. And Keith Benson, the 29-year-old American center who's been important in recent weeks, particularly in that win over Besiktas last week. Well, Avellino won both of their home games against Ostenda in week 3 and against Czesnimburg last week, as well as opening the Basketball Champions League camp season with a win against Besiktas away from home in week 1. They've been beaten twice away at Nanterre in week 2 and 2 weeks later at Zielona Góra as well. As far as Aris are concerned, well, their wins came, as I mentioned earlier, at home in week 1 against Zielona Góra and in week 3 against Nanterre. They lost away at Czesnimburg in week 2 and at home against Bonn in week 4. And again, they were beaten by Besiktas last week away from home, 83-61. They had a good first quarter against Besiktas. They were leading by 7, 22-15, but by half-time they were 7 points down after scoring just 11 points in the second quarter, and Besiktas never really looked like losing after that. The Italians, on the other hand, were taking on Czesnimburg. They were 9 up at the end of the first quarter, and although the Czechs had cut that gap slightly to 6 at half-time, Avellino were able to see out the game reasonably comfortably to make it a 3rd win of the regular season. They finished 2nd in their group last season, of course, with a 10-4 record. A little bit better than Aris, who finished 4th in their group with an 8-6 record. Both of these teams going out in the round of 16 in last year's competition. There were more teams taking part then, of course, so by finishing 4th, Aris had to take on Strasbourg in a playoff qualifier and then lost to Asvel in the round of 16. The Italians went straight through to the round of 16, came up against Venezia, another Italian side, of course, and lost that over 2 legs. So both will be hoping they can take things a little bit further. Panagiotis Giannakis, the head coach of Aris, and Stefano Sacripanti, the man in charge of Avellino. And we're around about 5 minutes away from the start of the action here in Greece this evening. Here's Des Wells, who has played in Greece with Dorce Lefkadis. Joined Avellino this season. He will be an important player for the Italians. He's averaging 14.4 points per game in this competition so far. He scored 20 points and won 5 rebounds in the win over Ostenda in week 3. Saw Vasilopoulos there, a veteran 33-year-old Greek forward, who joined Aris this year, averaging 9 points per game. He scored 13 points and won 5 rebounds against Ilona Gora in week 1, one of the 2 games that Aris have managed to win so far in the group phase here. If you haven't been keeping across the Basketball Champions League so far this season, remember it's a slightly different format to last year. Top 4 make it through to the round of 16. It's that simple. If you don't finish in the top 4, you don't advance in this competition. 5th and 6th place go to the FIBA Europe Cup, of course, and if you finish 7th or 8th, you end up with nothing beyond this regular season. The referee's there, just indicating there are 3 minutes to go until this game gets underway. Refereeing team from Lithuania, Bosnia-Herzegovina and Montenegro. The Italians going to secure an away win today. They'll be in a great position after 6 games. Here's that starting 5, Lernan and Wells, both in there, as is Falloy, along with Jason Rich and Hamadi Ndiaye. So that the starting 5 for Stefano Sacripanti, 47-year-old head coach. Joined Avellino after his second spell as coach of Cantu came to an end in 2015. He's also currently the Italian national under-20 team coach as well. The starting 5 for Aris in just a moment. Tell you a bit more about Panagiotis Giannakis as well. Here is that starting 5 for Flionis, Atinaou, Vasilopoulos and Weaver, along with Keith Benson. Weaver and Benson, very important players to this Aris team. They want to improve on their display against Besiktas last week, when they started so well and just kind of fell away very early on. And they allowed the Turkish side to really take control. The team just receiving a few instructions, both teams from their respective coaches. Just going back to Giannakis, the head coach of Aris. He took over as head coach this year and also played for the club between 1984 and 1993. He was part of the Greek national team that won Eurobasket in 1987, and then he was head coach of the national team when they won their second Eurobasket title in 2005. So he's coached and played in winning Eurobasket teams, the only Greek player to have done that. He won 2 titles and he was involved both times in different capacities. Unique position to be in. Just the Giannakis. I think his side can get back to winning ways again here. They currently have a 2-3 record in the Greek league. They lost against PAOK on Saturday away from home, 63-57. They take on Larissas Faros at home this weekend. So not a great start domestically. The Italians, Avellino, have made a bit of a better start to their domestic season, a 5-2 record for them. They beat Varese at the weekend at home. They'll go to Olimpia Milano on Sunday to try and keep up that strong start to the season. But it's Champions League that they're going to focus on this evening. Game day 6 in the Basketball Champions League is about to get underway. Well, here we go. Aris against Avellino in Group D. In the Basketball Champions League from Thessaloniki in Greece. And it is the home team who are looking to secure some early points here. Aris in the yellow, Avellino in the green. Atinayu was the top performer for Aris last week in that defeat to Besiktas. 18 points and 6 assists. Benson with 10 points and 8 rebounds in that game as well. Floated up but missed by Vasilopoulos. Avellino come away unscathed and unpunished. Here's Rich with a pass inside and thrown down for the first points of the night. Ndiaye picking up that alley-oop pass and dispatching of it with authority. Avellino have the first points, and here come the Italians again. Like there was just a little nudge there from Flionis. How about this? Rich with the pass. Ndiaye on his way to throw it down. Great start from Avellino. Rich. Now Filoi. Ariel Filoi putting up a three-point attempt, which is no good. And Vasilopoulos gathering the rebound. Here's Flionis. Atinayu. Atinayu with a bounce pass, and one back again by the Italians. It's Filoi. Rich. And Filoi. And Rich again. Puts up a three-point attempt, and easy rebound for Benson this time. Flionis. Atinayu. Over 2 minutes on the clock. No points on the board yet for Aris as the whistle goes. Marty Lernan penalised here. 22-year-old American. Flionis finds Atinayu. Flionis again. Now Benson. This is where he can be dangerous. Puts it in off the glass. And Aris have their first points. And Filoi. Bounce pass from Filoi, and Rich couldn't quite finish it. It's a super play, just lacked a little bit of execution there. Now Flionis has it. There's Vasilopoulos. Atinayu. Vasilopoulos comes inside, passes it to Benson with a hook shot. Gathered by Lernan, and here is Daz Wells. Wells puts up a 2 and gets it. And Avellino back in front. Pass inside and well dispatched by Weaver. Nicely done by Aris. Vasilopoulos picking him out nicely there, and Weaver did the rest. Here is Lernan. Filoi floats one up, and it's another brilliant alley-oop pass and finish from Ndiaye. Second time he's done that already this evening. Ndiaye getting Avellino in front once more. Vasilopoulos unable to hold it there. There it is once again. Great work from Ndiaye, both ends of the court. Filloy. Wells for two, misses, and can't claim the rebound either. Here is Weaver for Aris. Weaver with a bounce pass, looking for Benson. Benson trying to hook it in, didn't quite manage, and Ndiaye claims the rebound. Zerini. Wells. Pass from Rich, and Filloy couldn't quite finish it off. Leonis. Vasilopoulos for the three, it's good. Long distance three from the veteran. And Aris in front for the first time in the game. Filloy. Here's Rich. Goes for the two and gets it. Matching each other blow for blow at the moment, these two teams. Athinaou. Shot goes up and is easily claimed by Filloy. Rich need to come inside. He's drawn the foul. Avellino into double figures. 3-point lead, with Rich getting a couple of points on the board, doubling his tally for the night. There's Wells with the foul on this occasion. Athinaou. Benson couldn't get it to go, and Ndiaye did just enough there. This is Wells. Wells looking to hook it in, couldn't quite manage. Claimed by Benson again. This time it's Cole who's been singled out here. Lorenzo del Colle. The foul. Avellino still with a 3-point lead. 3 and a bit minutes remaining in this first quarter. Vasilopoulos puts up a two and gets it. Another two for him. It's been a good start from the 33-year-old. 5 points on the board. Aris back to within one. Here is Wells. Zerini. Ekole. Zerini floats it up and has drawn the foul. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Vasilopoulos with the foul. Wells making way for the time being with Benjamin Ortner now on court, number 4. Avellino restore their 3-point advantage with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Here's Gary Bell. Vasilopoulos. Vasilopoulos again. Oh, superb! Long distance. Another three for Vasilopoulos. Ties the game at 12 apiece. Avellino failed to make anything happen at the other end. Weaver very nearly lost that. Got away with one. Here is Weaver. The pass is a good one, but really good defense there and a block from Ortner. Dercole. Ortner for the pass, a little ambitious. The yellow jersey's in the way that time. Weaver. Benson. Couldn't quite get it to go. Dercole. Zerini. Good work by Vasilopoulos, but Zerini gathering it up once more. Here's Dercole. Puts up a long three. Vasilopoulos with the rebound. 8 points and 3 rebounds now for Vasilopoulos. Here's Benson. Manages to get the shot away, and Zerini comes to claim it, and Vasilopoulos, well, wasn't quite able to take advantage of a loose pass there. It's thrown straight to him. Dercole. Zerini. Up for a three-point attempt, which is no good from Rich. Here he is again. Rich, out to Zerini. Dercole. His pass is put up by Scrub. He was very nearly able to make that long three. Time running out here in the first quarter. Tied up at 12 points all. Very close in the early stages here between these two teams. Weaver, Vasilopoulos, and Weaver unable to hold on to that in the end. This is Vasilopoulos for three from earlier on. It's a tremendous long distance three-pointer. His second of the night. It's taken him on to 8 points. Top scorer in the game. And about 8 seconds left in this first quarter now. As Wells. One last chance maybe for Avellino. Foul's been called. Petway penalised. To be pretty swift here, Avellino. Wells will put it up for three on the buzzer, but it's no good. And that is the end of the first quarter here. And pretty tight game so far, 12 points each. A strong start from Avellino, good response from Aris. Really very little to choose between the two teams at the end of this first quarter. Coach is happy, it seems, to just let the game flow for the time being. No real intervention from the bench. Aris have struggled a little bit with their two-point shooting. As you can see, just 25% made, 100% from three. 2 from 2. Avellino yet to make a three-pointer, but a bit more accurate with their two-point shooting. This was early on. Ndiaye swatting it away from Vasilopoulos, and then he was at the other end, picking up those alley-oop passes. This was the first of 2. That one actually opened the scoring in the first quarter. Another one has really stood out in a big way so far for Avellino. Apart from maybe Ian Di with those 2 dunks in the opening period. Joint top scorer for his team along with Rich, both have 4 points. Really for the home side, it's Vasilopoulos who's been leading the way. 4 rebounds and 8 points for him so far. Very much the driving force at the moment, the 33-year-old. 2 3-pointers for him. Second quarter about to get underway here. Tied up at 12 points each. Zerini here for Avellino. Here's Dercole. Wells. Inside to Ortner, who finishes really well with his left hand. Benjamin Ortner. Avellino in front by 2. Foul is called there as Mortos is attempting to level things up again. Scrub with the foul, 2 free throws coming up. He's missed both of them. Mortos unable to register his first point of the game. Dercole for Avellino. Zerini. Zerini's pass. Now Ortner. Dercole for 3. It's no good, and Vasilopoulos with yet another rebound. Bell. 3-point attempt is no good from Petway. Wells somehow managed to get the pass away, and it's finished off by Ortner. Really good play that from Avellino. 4-point lead. Second assist for Wells. Really nicely handed off as well by Des Wells. Bell for 2. Gets it. Nicely put away, Gary Bell. There's Lernan. Ortner to Scrub. Lernan again. Scrub once more. Turned into trouble, managed to get his shot away. It's picked up by Benson. Pass almost going astray, got away with it in the end. Vasilopoulos. Bell. Oh, lovely pass. And there's a foul. And Petway denied. But not legally. As well Wells and Ortner trying to stop him there. Because Ortner has been penalised. Well, the trips to the free throw line have not been successful so far for Aris. Petway missing those two. Missed all three now. All four, I should say. 1 from 4 for the home team, 2 from 2 for the visiting team. Here's Wells. Filloy. Back to Ariel Filloy, and now it's Wells once more. Wells throws one up, and it's easily claimed in the end by Petway. Murtos. Out to the corner. Petway for 3. Couldn't make it go. This is Filloy. Wells denied. He felt he was fouled. Nothing given. There's Murtos. And there is the foul. It's Ortner again. It might be his 3rd foul of the game. Avellino a little short on numbers anyway. Ortner's foul. And now timeout being called.
Every time we play balls, there are 5 players inside. It is important that we move the ball with you are here. Don't take a shot every time. Get the ball out. What's up? Okay, from the weak side, screen, coming off. Now we have Amadi for Ben. Attention, we're in bonus. We're in bonus. Okay. In offense. Take the ball. 4 men. And 4 men behind this. And 3 men. Stand up. Close here. You understand? Celebrate. Coming. Stack it. Go here. Body. Take up.
It's pretty evenly poised here in the Nick Gallis Hall in Thessaloniki. 2 points the gap. Aris looking to level things up here. As Bell finds Petway. Petway gets his shot away, and it's a good one. 2 more for Petway. And tied game again at 16 all. Ariel Filloy, Ndiaye, Lernan, Filloy. 4 on the shot clock. He's got to get his shot away eventually. Filloy does. Can't get it to go. Petway claims an easy rebound. Three-point attempt, no good. Ndiaye leaping through the air to gather that one. Lernan. It's a foul called. It's Vulianitis. He's been penalised here. Wells. Another foul called. Sidigas this time. Wells. Lernan for three. Kept alive brilliantly there. Really good play by Scrub. Here's Filloy. Lernan. Oh, and thought for a moment we'd have another dunk there from Ndiaye from an alley-oop pass. He has drawn the foul. Shared the points around so far, Avellino. Ndiaye now the top scorer for the Italians with 5. He's unable to make it 6. Bell. Petway. Tinayo, and here is Petway. 2 more on the board, and Aris in front by 1. Petway really starting to find his range. And he's involved again here, and this is Bell, who'll lay it up and in. And Aris take a 3-point lead, and that just gets the crowd going a little bit here. Here's Rich. Lernan. Scrub to Filloy. Filloy for 3. 3-point shooting has rather deserted Avellino in this game so far. This is Vaughan now for Aris. Kwame Vaughan. Now Petway. Bell. Petway for 3, and not this time. Filloy. Rich. Tries the hook shot, and into nothing. This is Vaughan now for Aris. Atinayu. Atinayu again. Petway. Vaughan. It's an easy rebound for Scrub. Filloy. Now Lernan looking for the pass, brilliant pass, and nicely finished by Jason Rich. Avellino making a 1-point game again. This really good play from Aris on the break, fast break, leading to 2 points. And another timeout has been called. It's a 1-point game, 20 points to 19, Aris lead.
Okay? Now, we go like this, and this guy, got it. When the ball will pass to him, or to keep the ball here, you make screen to 5, and 5 goes under the basket. Okay? You understand? Stack it here. Under the basket. Then 4 make screen to the belly. Okay? Here is the Giannis. Here is the Kwame or Giannis, whatever. Okay? You understand? Stack it.
So Aris leading by 1. This is Athinaou. In for a fascinating second half as it stands, of course, unless there's a drastic change here in the next 2.5 minutes. Could be set up pretty well for the second half of this game. Bell. And Ndiaye doing his bit there once again. Another block from Ndiaye. Here it is once more. It's 3 blocks now. For Hamadi Ndiaye. It's nice to put away. Back-to-back free throws successfully converted by Vasilopoulos. He moves into double figures. First player to do so tonight. Philoy. Now Rich. Philoy, open 3, gets it. Ariel Philoy's tried a few of those, and that one finally came off for him. And we're all tied up at 22. Athinaou, bounce pass from Benson, Bourne into the corner where Bell puts in the 3. Here is Scrub now for Avellino. Nailed their first 3 just moments earlier. Rich with a floated ball. Looked initially as though it might be a pass for Ndiaye again, but this time the 2 will go down as a 2-point basket for Jason Rich. Benson. He couldn't put it away, but he tried to make amends and then committed the foul. Benson's foul means that Marty Lernen's on the foul line. Only made 1 of them, so we're tied up again, but Lernen's got it back. And the 3-point attempt is no good. Benson claims the rebound. Here's Athinaou. Johnson to Benson, and it's a foul by Benson, which hasn't gone down well with the home support here. Another foul, second one for him. Philoy. Gets it back from Ndiaye, Filoy, and in it goes. Ndiaye was ready to bounce again. Filoy getting another 2 to his tally. The Italians edge in front into the final minute here of the first half. Athinaou. Moved on quickly by Vasilopoulos, and then good pressure from Dercole. Fading away as he took the shot on there. It's no good though. So Avellino still up by 2, and they pretty much have the rest of the time here to run down and ensure they go into the half-time interval with a narrow advantage. And they're hoping they can increase that advantage, and they aren't able to because Rich's pass had too much power on it. Ndiaye couldn't hold that one. Couldn't get near it, really. Timeout is called with just seconds remaining in the first half here.
Kyle, play for me. So, now. Kyle, Alabama. Okay? Play here. No foul. Okay? You make pass. 4 goals. 5 goals for shot. And ready here. You're coming up and go to the corner. At one weak side, you give up on floor. Okay? You understand? Let's go.
So final few seconds here. Aris have a chance to make something happen. Can they use the little time they have remaining to tie or even edge in front briefly? They take the shot on and it's missed. Actually, we still have a little bit of time left. Very, very little. In fact, there's no time even for Jason Rich to attempt a long-range effort. So, these final few seconds leading to nothing in the end, and all of that means that the Italians are in front at the halfway stage here in Thessaloniki. It's been tight, it's been tense. It's a fascinating battle between two well-matched teams. Aris 25, Sidigas Avellino 27 at the halfway point here. Both coaches with plenty of thoughts, no doubt, on the action we've seen so far. Both will be hoping they can get more out of their team in the second half. Avellino struggling for 3-pointers for much of that first half. Not much difference in terms of rebounds. It's been pretty tight all the way through. Vasilopoulos for Aris has been the standout player really so far. 10 points and 6 rebounds. Jason Rich has done well with 8 points for the visiting side. And Ndiaye, worth a mention too. 3 blocks, 5 points, a couple of rebounds too. And he's going well. It's very nicely poised at the moment. Looks like being a very close encounter all the way through. I do feel that both teams have plenty more to offer in the second half, which will be coming up in a few minutes' time. Have a little look back at some of the key moments of the first half here. Ndiaye, that was one of his 3 blocks, and this was one of his 2 alley-oop finishes. A couple of dunks for the big man. On the end of Jason Rich's pass here to open the scoring. effective, clever play from the Italians. It take Aris a little while to get into the game. Gary Bell and Vasilopoulos are largely responsible for the points that they have scored so far this evening. Avellino has spread them out a little more. Villoy and Des Wells both involved at times. As I mentioned already, Jason Rich has been very good as well. 1 rebound, 1 assist and 8 points for him. That's Ndiaye's second dunk from an alley-oop pass, this time from Villoy. Beautifully put away. A couple of missed opportunities, you'd have to say, from Aris. Could probably add that both teams could do with improving their shooting percentages. The Italians struggled from long range for much of that first half. Did finally start to find some long-distance efforts towards the end of that first quarter. Aris have made 3 from 9 from beyond the arc. Avellino just 1 from 11. And 10 from 21 in terms of 2-point attempts. 7 from 21 for Avellino. So both could do with improvement in terms of shooting, and the low score at the end of the first half does suggest that as well. It is tight though, it is finely balanced, and it should be an interesting second half. We'll leave you with some more of the highlights from the first 2 quarters here, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the second half. It's Aris 25, Avellino 27. Well, welcome back to Thessaloniki. Second half of this Group D clash in the Basketball Champions League is just a few minutes away. It's Aris 25, Sidigas Avellino 27. They're all tied up at 12 apiece at the end of the first quarter. The Italians have edged in front towards the end of that first half, but it is very, very tight and still plenty more to come, you feel, from both teams. Neither really completely settling in that first half. The low-scoring nature of this game does kind of suggest that. The shooting hasn't perhaps been of the kind of quality that these two would expect from themselves. Both teams struggling a little bit to find their rhythm. Aris's three-point shooting's been okay, 3 from 9. They're shooting at 33% overall, 10 from 30 from the field for them. And it's 11 from 32 from the field for Avellino, so obviously, as you'd expect, pretty similar, but neither particularly impressive in the first half here. But there has been some impressive performances in the eye for Avellino with 5 points, a couple of dunks from alley-oop passes early on. A couple of rebounds for him as well. To point out Jason Rich too, who scored 8 points for Avellino. Ariel Filoy just starting to get into the game a bit as well. A couple of rebounds and 5 points for him, but they have spread it out really, the Avellino players. And nobody really standing out in any big way. As far as Aris are concerned, well, they have Vasilopoulos, their veteran Greek international, with 10 points and 6 rebounds and an assist as well. He's been the standout player, you'd have to say, although Gary Bell has made a vital contribution, scoring 7 points. It's a room for improvement, you would say, from both teams so far. Remember, Aris looking to make it a 3-3 record. Avellino hoping to make it 4 wins from the opening 6 games. It would really put them in a pretty strong position as we approach the halfway stage of the group phase, of course. That is next week. A week after next, I should say. There are no Basketball Champions League fixtures next week. The World Cup qualifiers on the horizon, but game week 7 gets underway in December. That is the midway stage of this Basketball Champions League season. So we'll have a 2-week break after tomorrow night. Plenty of action still to come today and tomorrow. It's Aris who get us underway in the third quarter. It's a lovely behind-the-back pass. A lovely idea anyway from Vasilopoulos. Bell not quite able to get on the end of it there. Here is Ariel Filoy, vital component in this Avellino side. A little loose there, Lernan. He commits the first foul of this second half. Here's Vasilopoulos. Player most likely to end the night with a double-double at the moment, it would seem. Shot goes up from Athinaou, and Ndiaye claims the rebound. Another who you think might end up with some impressive figures, given his contribution so far. Here's Filoy. 3-point attempt from Lernan is good. Nothing but net from Marty Lernan. It looks to be quite a night for him so far, but he's taken himself up to 4 points, and Avellino have only their second 3 of the game. And we're really struggling to make their long-distance attempts as Bell looks to respond at the other end, and Ndiaye gathers another rebound. Filoy. Here's Rich. Changes the course of the ball and finds Des Wells, who puts in the three. And Avellino suddenly have found their range and are starting to pull away. 8-point lead now for the Italians. Bell to respond. Bell does respond with another three, and he's into double digits. And they needed that, Aris, at the start of this second half. They hadn't scored in the first 2 minutes. And with that, Gary Bell gets them back within 5 points. Here's Ndiaye putting up a 2, and he's knocked that down. Bright start to the second half from him. He's got 7 points and 4 rebounds now. Foul has been called. This is Wells. Draining that one. And then the response at the other end from Gary Bell, who has 10 points, as does Vasilopoulos. Here's Ndiaye. Leonis. Athinaio. Athinaio's pass and put away nicely. Five-point gap again. Ndiaye's been penalised here for the foul. Lovely pass there, and Morant made it look easy. Demetrius Morant getting Aris up to the 30-point mark. Here's Vasilopoulos. Now Athinaio. Vasilopoulos again. Against Lernan. Vasilopoulos puts up a shot. And, well, missed by Morant. Still a 5-point gap. A lovely pass from Filoy. And Ndiaye with another dunk. He's enjoying himself out there at the moment, Ndiaye. Floated pass, and Morant couldn't hold it. So Avellino with a 7-point lead. Ndiaye now top scorer with 9 points. He's also got 5 rebounds. There's Filoy for Avellino. Now Zerini. Wells. Rich. Looking to spin away and get the shot away. It's beautifully executed by Rich. 9-point gap now, opened up by the Italians. There's Vasilopoulos. 3-point attempt from Bell. Oh, he's hitting his range. He is hitting his range. Another 3 for Gary Bell. Five 3-pointers for Aris tonight. 3 of them have come from the hands of Gary Bell. Here's Ndiaye. Not this time. There's a foul by Filoy. This was Ndiaye's dunk from earlier. It's taken him on to 9 points. But Gary Bell shooting a lot better than the rest of his team, and indeed the rest of the players out there on court. 5 from 8 from the field, 3 from 5 from long range. 13 points on the board. He's the top scorer as well. His side trail by 6. Vasilopoulos here. Now Morant. Flionis. Bell wants it on the far side. Flionis is denied. And the eye again. Yet another block from the big man. So retreated to the bench for the time being in DI. That's 4 blocks now. So 4 from 5 from the fields, 5 rebounds. Zerini. Scrub. Couldn't find Zerini, and it's back with Athinaou. Still going here, a little pass inside to Morant, who couldn't get it to go. Really good defensive work again from Avellino. Here's Jason Rich. Scrub. Pass into Ortner. Now Rich again. Puts up the 2 and gets it. Jason Rich. .12 points on the board. 8 points the difference now. Avellino just keeping Aris at arm's length at the moment. 6 from 10 from the field for Jason Rich. Morant here. There's Athinaou. Still Athinaou. Gets a shot away just in time and got it to go. Here's Philoy. Rich. For the quick pass, came straight back to him. Philoy once more. Philoy, no good. And away come Aris with Bell to Athinaou with the easy layup. Gary Bell turns provider, and Athinaou doubles his tally for the night. Scrub. Philoy. Ariel Philoy still going. Chance for 3. And it is good. Zerini this time. Morant. This was Athinaou putting up a 2 moments earlier. And then with the easy layup from Bell's pass. Gary Bell's pass, rather. Seven points still separating these two. The changes being made. Athinaou. Shot no good this time from Poulianitis. Here's Dercole. Just to wriggle away. Here's Zerini. Scrub. Oh, lovely pass, and just didn't quite drop for Ortner. Selopoulos. Athinaou. Petway. Athinaou. That's the screen from Vasilopoulos. Petway from the corner. And gathered by Wells. This is Avellino's highest scoring quarter of the game so far, 17 points registered as it stands. We are into the final minute. It's been a pretty quick game tonight, this one. Not been many stoppages. The coaches have been happy to let things flow. Wells. Ortner couldn't make the pass, and Vaughan should get an easy two here unless he's denied, which he is, by Wells. Des Wells smacks it away. He looks as though he enjoyed it as well. No chance. Vaughan couldn't make it. Vaughan didn't even get close to making it. Great rejection. Vaughan. And here is Tinayu. Final few seconds here. And oh, it does just about drop there from Weaver. Final few moments, and there's the foul called. This is Weaver just about making it go. A couple of changes being made here, just a couple of seconds for Avellino to try and make this a bit of a bigger lead. Aris have responded here. Once or twice during this third quarter, it just looked as though they might get pushed away a little bit and find themselves with a lot to do in the final quarter, but they're only down by 5. And if they defend this well, then they're not going to be any further back. They won't be any further back. They have managed to hold out. And Avellino have increased their lead, but only by a further 3 points. It is all to play for here. 3/4 of the way through the game. Avellino still in front. They lead by 5. It's 44-39. 1 10-minute period still to play. The home side will believe that they can turn this around. Avellino better shooting records as far as 2-point attempts go. Not quite as good from the 3-point perspective, but they have improved that in the second half. Hit a couple of threes. Certainly better than it was at the end of the first half. And actually at times it has been Gary Bell on his own that has kept Aris in touch. He's got 13 points. Ndiaye's had a good night so far. Let's see plenty more of him in the final quarter as well. Again, decent all-round contribution from Avellino. Vasilopoulos and Bell leading the way in terms of scoring for Aris, 10 and 13 points respectively. Jason Rich, the only one in double figures for Avellino. Ndiaye has 9 points and 5 rebounds and 4 blocks. Those 4 blocks absolutely vital. But Des Wells producing arguably the block of the night. 7 blocks in total from Avellino in this game, which is 5 more than their opponents. Here was a big moment in the third quarter. Des Wells smacking that one away. So final quarter then. The call for Avellino, who lead by 5. Serini. Scrub. Ortner for 2. Serini managed to to claim that rebound really well. Scrub under pressure. Gets it out to Wells, who can take on the three. And it's well won by Petway. Athinaou finding Vaughan. Vasilopoulos. Athinaou, it's no good. And we'll get it back. Vaughan. Petway. Athinaou. He's drawn the foul from Wells. Here's Athinaou now for Aris. Still waiting for our first points of this final quarter. It's been quite a low-scoring game so far, as Vasilopoulos attempts a rather ambitious shot from a long way out. Under a lot of pressure, Dercole has it. Not really much else on, in truth, for Vasilopoulos. Here is Ndiaye. Good defense again. Nine turnovers apiece so far. There's another one. And this is Wells. And Wells! He went to throw it down. And he couldn't. Well, the steal from Dercole. And here was Wells. Going to throw it over the head of Murtos. He did foul him. Makes the second one. First point of the quarter. 6 points the difference. Athinaou. Murtos. Vasilopoulos. Frustration for the Greek international. Started the game really well. He's got 7 rebounds and 10 points. He hasn't scored for a while. Zerini. Scrub. Nicely taken there by Vaughan, and Vaughan looking for a way through. He has drawn the foul. He'll go to the line. Zerini with the foul. Once again coming across to try and make the block, but the foul had already been committed by Zerini. Only made 1 from 2. Kwame Vaughan. His first point of the night. Just a point apiece so far in the fourth quarter. It's been a fairly low-scoring game, but we could be in for quite a tense finish here. Oh, and Ndiaye again. How many is he throwing down tonight? Moves into double figures. I believe that is 11 points for Ndiaye. To make that 4 dunks as well. So it's 4 blocks and 6 rebounds. He is having a good night, and he's maybe going to be the difference here between Aris and Avellino, as Aris respond with a much-needed 3. Just how important could that be from Athinaou? 4-point game, the 6th 3-pointer of the night for the home side. And Ndiaye again! Well, well, well. It's a walking highlight reel, Ndiaye. Pass inside of Petway. Draws the foul. Once again from Ndiaye. He was on his way. And for him, that was as easy as you like. Brilliantly thrown down here. Six-pointer in Thessaloniki here. 49-43 in Avellino's favour. Got to start making those free throws. Finding points hard to come by anyway. Aris 3 from 9 from the line so far. It's 4 from 10. Dekole. Rich misses. Petway with a rebound, and Aris looking to get on their way again. Here is Vaughan. Oh, he's denied. And once again, I think there was a block there from Ndiaye. Well, he's just not letting anything past. Here he is again! Ndiaye! This is extraordinary stuff from Hamady Ndiaye. 15 points. And Avellino now lead by 7 again. Ndiaye so effective at both ends. What a performance from Ndiaye. Three-point attempt from Scrub, it's no good. Taken by Petway. Vasilopoulos. Bell for 3. He's good at these. He's very good at these. Gary Bell gets another much-needed 3-pointer for Aris. 16 points on the night. He's keeping his side in it here. They only trail by 4. Every time it looks as though Avellino might just pull away, Bell is able to make the response. Up goes the 3-point attempt at the other end, and Vasilopoulos claims the rebound. Now here he is again, Vasilopoulos. Looking for Vaughan, great pass, good finish. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. Aris go on a little bit of a run. And because of the nature of this game, it's suddenly very, very close again. Avellino still lead, but Aris closed the gap to 2. Timeout called, 51-49.
Okay, attenzione. No overplay when the ball is here. No, stay like this. Okay, now we have Ben for Hamady, Lorenzo, Arias. Now in offense, we call L. Stay with the shooter, and we take it inside. Okay? Okay? If we miss the player, we can switch. We don't always try to go up.
Well, Hamadi Ndiaye, 15 points. Most of those coming from dunks. He's been absolutely vital at the other end as well, getting the blocks in. 4 of them. As Avellino ensure they stay in front here. 2 more for Rich. 4-point lead for the Italians here. 3.5 minutes to go. Athinaou. Vaughan. Vasilopoulos. Oh, he's made it! What a time to produce that, Vasilopoulos. 1-point game. This contest has been simmering away. Now it's about to boil over. What a pass, good finish from Jason Rich. That player's worked so well for Avellino tonight. Rich, the beneficiary this time. Opens up a 3-point lead again. Petway. Petway, no good. And Lernan just about winning that rebound. Rich. Lernan. Misplaced pass, and Vasilopoulos was rolling around on the deck. Bell. Petway. There is Vasilopoulos. Oh, lovely pass to Vaughan, who's drawn the foul. And will get the chance to tie up the game here. Vasilopoulos with a lovely little reverse pass there. A simple layup from Vaughan. And now has the chance to tie the game. Vasilopoulos, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Can Aris tie the game here? And leave us with a thrilling couple of minutes. They have. Vaughan gets another one. 6 points for him on the night now. Fascinating finish to come here. They just seem to have lost their way a little bit, the Italians, in the last couple of minutes. For Aris, this is their best quarter so far. They've scored 16 points. Rich for 2. It's no good, and Weaver's underneath it. Not had a huge part to play, Weaver, but he's won his 4th rebound there. Here's Vaughan. Vasilopoulos. Vasilopoulos to Vaughan. Bounce pass, great play. Vasilopoulos. Oh, brilliant from Aris, who take the lead. With a little more than a minute and a half to go. The home side, who have trailed for so long here. Some changes being made. Aris have got themselves in front. I wonder why at this stage Ndiaye is sitting on the bench, but Stefano Sacripanti knows what he's doing. Experienced coach now. Here's Filoy. Here's Rich. Goes for 3. No good. Zerini trying to claim it. And brilliantly dealt with by Weaver. Vitally important rebound. And Aris suddenly can see the finish line. Here's Vaughan. Didn't appear to have any options. Couldn't find one in the end. What a time to produce that turnover. Seemed to get a little nervous all of a sudden there. Agiotis Giannakis' team. This is beautifully poised. It's another timeout.
Flash down. We score. We score now. Enough the defense. Okay, still we shoot there with a big man. Take it yourself. Now we score. We score again. Flash down. Flash down. Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down.
Well, NDI may well be the man they call on here. Could have his own highlights show tomorrow. Hamadi NDI. Foul has been called. A little bit of a review needed here. What a tense finish we have here. Two-point game, 45 seconds on the clock. I think this is what they're reviewing now. Still discussions going on. They're just making sure that the clock is set to the correct time. 47 seconds on the board at the moment. Here's Ndiaye, the Senegalese international. Filoy couldn't get it to go, the follow and the foul. Ndiaye winning the rebound and then drawing the foul. He was all ready to throw that back down and Silopoulos prevented him from doing so. So 2 free throws to level the game again. Ndiaye makes the first. Big pressure moment. He's missed it, and it's gathered. Athinaou has it here for Aris. Time very much against Avellino here. Say 15-second difference between shot and game clock. Athinaou's got to do something with it. He's going to have to shoot. Athinaou puts up a 2. He's got it! 15 seconds to go. And is that enough? Athinaou kept his cool. The clock running down. He made the shot. It's a 3-point lead for Aris. It's another timeout. And now with just 15 seconds, Avellino find themselves 3 points down. Their next play has got to be perfect. So 15 seconds. An anxious 15 seconds for both teams. What's in the minds of the two coaches here? And who'll be able to pull it off? Ariel Filoy. Rich. Has he drawn the foul? No, he hasn't. Jason Rich felt he was fouled. Athinaou. And now the shot goes up, but it doesn't matter anyway, because Aris have won it. Well, Stefano Sacripanti is furious. He felt there was a foul on Jason Rich, who is also enraged. Well, it's an angry Avellino team here. They felt they haven't got the decision that they deserve. And that missed three-point attempt with no foul, according to the officials, means that Aris have won this 59-56 in dramatic fashion, trailing for so long. Here's the big moment. Is there a foul from Vasilopoulos? Well, that is what the Avellino players and the coaching staff are claiming. That was the call. But it's not going to matter how much those Avellino players protest. They've been beaten. The two coaches shaking hands. And that is that. It is all over. A controversial and dramatic ending to the game. And Aris have done enough, and they've come from behind to snatch it in the fourth quarter. 5 points down at the end of the third in what was a pretty low-scoring game. And in the end, they've come out on top. Gary Bell leading the way in terms of scoring for the host. 16 points for him, 15 points for Vasilopoulos as well, who made 8 rebounds and 4 assists for him too. 9 points, 5 assists for Athinaou, who came into his own. He hit the 2 that effectively won the game late on for Aris. They were a point clear at the time, but he forced Avellino to go for the three-point play, one that didn't come off. And the Italians will go home disappointed because they had that game in their grasp. It could so easily have been them celebrating at the end. 16 points for Ndiaye, who was outstanding. 7 rebounds and 4 blocks for him as well. 16 points for Jason Rich. He was the one who felt he was fouled late on in the game and should have had 3 free throws to try and level things up. Ariel Filoy with 5 points and 4 assists. 4 assists also for Des Wells. He got 6 points to his name. And the contributions all round from Avellino, but ultimately they fell just a little bit short. Shooting percentages for the most part better than their opponents, although Aris did hit twice as many 3-pointers, 8 from 21 as opposed to 4 from 21. That was arguably the big difference in the end. It was a tight game, a 3-point game. And having scored just 12 points in the first quarter, 13 in the second and 14 in the third, Aris then scored 20 in the fourth. And they needed those 20 points to claim the victory. Avellino had their joint worst quarter in the fourth, 12 points in the first and fourth, 15 in the second, 17 in the third. And there were several times during that game where it looked as though they were going to run away with it, and they had big moments, and they looked to be pretty much in control for really long spells. And ultimately, they just didn't have quite enough. And it is the team from Greece who celebrate after an important victory from their point of view as well. That shouldn't be forgotten. It's the first game to be completed from this group in game day 6, and Aris' win means that they are now level with Avellino. Both have a 3-3 record after 6 games. So Nanterre and Besiktas safe at the top of the group for the time being. Ostenda playing at Chesnimberg at the moment. Nanterre playing Zielona Góra. Besiktas play tomorrow against Telekom Basketball away in Germany. But here in Greece, in Thessaloniki, at the Nick Callis Hall, it is the home side who have just about managed to come through and come out on top. They have beaten Sidigas Avellino, leaving both teams with a 3-3 record in the Basketball Champions League group phase. Plenty of great action still to come this evening and tomorrow in the Basketball Champions League. Aris win 59-56.